For those of you that are just jumping on, my name's Jessie Rose. I'm an artist and business owner here in Whangarei in Northland, New Zealand. I run an art school, but I also run a boutique with clothing design, and I paint, and I also hand paint caskets for many funeral homes across Northland. But what we're focusing on today is what's been impacted with the current situation is my Inspire Art School has well, come under attack, if you will, and I've had to be backed into a corner to make a choice. So I just wanted to personally share with you guys that what's going on. And I'm just one of so many small businesses out there, I believe, that are having to be put into situations similar to mine across New Zealand and probably across the world, and it's just not okay. So last week I had to make the tough call to cancel my art school for term 1 in 2022, but also indefinitely, after a complaint was made against me to the police, as I have made it known that I will never discriminate in my art classes. Never in 100 years could I have imagined, when I created Inspire and the good that it has done, that one day I would be put in this situation to have to either turn away those that I have taught and in some ways mentored over the past however many years, or to stand up and say enough is enough. And if one of my students can't sit, then we will all stand. And until this awful segregation ends. And the real tragedy, but sadly it's a true reflection of what's going on in our world, and it's just not okay. None of it's okay, and children shouldn't have to get this news to cry and to wonder why, to no longer have their safe place of creativity away from the madness. And it just really makes me angry and sad for them and for the parents that are put into these situations. Inspire's done nothing but literally inspired growth and creativity and self-expression, something so important, especially during these times. We all have our opinions on the current mandates and whatnot, and of course everybody is absolutely entitled to what they believe. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm the first one to say that, but surely despite what your views are, surely everybody can be in agreement that the segregation and the way people are turning on one another is just not okay. Whatever happened to treating your fellow man with respect and love and kindness, it somehow seems to have all gone out the window. What I wanted to read out, I'll try and be fast, is the email that I had to write to the parents, and then following that, some of our replies that we've had from parents, which has been absolutely mind-blowing, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have replied and taken the time and understanding the situation that we've been put in. And I'll read out some of those messages that we've been sent, and it's quite amazing, and hopefully I think from that there's a little positive that comes from it. But it's tough times, it's very dark out there, and anyway, I just wanted people to know. So this is what I wrote, and this was actually last week, but still valid today. To our dearly valued students, parents, caregivers, grandparents of Inspire, past students, and anyone who has supported us since the opening of Inspire over 4.5 years ago. This is an email I'm deeply saddened to have to write. We all know things aren't good out there, that we are living in extraordinary times. And when I made the stand to make it known that as a business, we would never discriminate or segregate, and some of you will know that outside my boutique I've written largely, vaccinated or not, we still care and you will always be welcome here. And I will stand by that forever. And I knew deep down when I wrote those words what it could possibly mean for us one day, for the business, for Inspire, for the children, for my students. But to me, the other option that seemed to be looming over us was absolutely incomprehensible. And in the meantime, Angie, who's done a huge amount of behind the scenes work and does all the admin, has spent hours and hours researching the ever-changing COVID compliance requirements to make sure things have been running safely and correctly. We've stuck to all protocol. Over Christmas break, behind the scenes, we made huge changes to redefining Inspire to prepare for term 1, decreasing our student numbers significantly and therefore having to create extra classes to accommodate everybody, allowing for the correct social distancing requirements, new tables. We had all of that sorted, concentrating on drawing materials rather than paint to keep the students seated more, rather than up and down with paint. And the attendance age was also slightly adjusted to 9 to lessen the risk of the children getting up and down, as to keep to our safety COVID protocols of the social distancing. Despite all of this, and amongst other things that we've implemented and continued to do, despite all of this, late last week I received a phone call from a woman who works for WorkSafe New Zealand informing me of an anonymous complaint that had been filed with the police against me as I am not requiring vax passes in Inspire. After a long conversation and her having to seek guidance from her superiors, as she also didn't know, it turns out that we're in breach of the government's COVID compliance laws, as we apparently now fall under events with controlled access, involving anything with registration, fees, ticketing, etc., which devastatingly means to anyone over 12 years old to attend Inspire or to even come onto the Inspire premises, even through our boutique shop, even parents picking children up. Anyone coming onto the premises, a vax pass must be shown, or they are not welcome to, not allowed to attend, and action will be taken if this does not happen. And yeah, it includes parents, siblings, just dropping off everything. So I guess that takes me back to where I started off the email, and I wanted to add a quote I saw a while ago that resonated with me deeply, given everything that was going on. If one cannot sit, we will all stand, which completely sums up our feelings around it. To turn away those over 12 for not having a vax pass, and to continue to run the classes with only those who have one, or those younger who don't yet require it yet, well, I just cannot do it. I will not segregate and turn away people due to their or their parents' choices, which they have should have every right to have. It just goes against everything I believe and what Inspire stands for. I don't want our amazing Inspire family to be a part of the cruel divide and segregation. I am for freedom, but not just for one select group, for everyone. And if we can't have that, and we're bullied into a corner to have to comply to their ever-changing rules, which is what happened, then we are making the massive call to close Inspire indefinitely. 4.5 years ago, Inspire began, and I developed a place for creativity to flourish within those who would enter, a place where people could come and be themselves and express who they are. I've had the privilege and honor as an artist to speak into the lives of an incredible number of children, young adults, and the like, sharing my journey with them, inspiring and encouraging them to express themselves through art, to use their art to make a difference, passing on the knowledge and lessons I've learned over the years as an artist, the good and the bad. And despite lockdowns and setbacks, Inspire has continued to be a place where students grow. While the outside world may have been going mad and anxiety and fear was trying to take hold, Inspire remained a safe place for students to come to, away from it all, a creative outlet amongst the chaos, regardless of their vax status. So I hope this gives you some understanding as to why I just can't turn those away who the government are telling us we can no longer have and Inspire, and as to why it is so important to me. I know by doing this that many innocent kids and adults who do have the pass will feel like I'm abandoning them, but it isn't like that, and I hope you will see that. It's about staying true to what Inspire is about. For now, the outside world has managed to make its way in, forcing us to have to choose a path. There are lots of unknowns at this point, but I know it isn't the end. I've agonized if we should go and just do the term online through Zoom, but we decided not to for several reasons. One, it's not what parents signed up for, and not everyone has the access to the internet, and a lot don't actually like to be on a screen. And a big part of the success in Inspire is the unique creative space that we've built here, and getting together with a group of like-minded students, and together and with the freedom to be themselves. The expression of art there for everyone to experience, with myself there also to give guidance and encouragement. That was what Inspire was designed to be like, and it's just not the same online. Don't get me wrong, in our current situation I'll have to shift a lot of what I do to online, but it will look a lot different. We will let you know when this happens, of course, and we'd love to see you there, but rather than assuming and switching to what you have paid for online to online only, we are fully refunding the term, which we have since done. Thank you, Ange, after spending hours and hours. At the moment I am looking at an online platform where I can still connect and interact with the children and other students, and by using the platform online. There'll be step-by-step tutorials and some behind-the-scenes stuff. But yeah, as we've only been given the full confirmation of this complaint and what it meant for us as a business just last week, I'm needing to spend some time on this. I can't apologize enough for those of you who will feel let down by me. I hope if you've got this far down my email, that you will know it's not personal. And to the children who don't or won't understand why I would do this, I hope you'll be able to explain to them as parents, if one student cannot sit, we will all stand, and maybe one day they will also understand. Myself and Angie welcome everyone here, and we could not care less if you're vaccinated or not. It's not about that. It's about the cruel rules that as a business we're now having to either follow or close. So for now, that's what we're doing. We'll be back one day. Inspire as we know it will come back. I just can't tell you when, but I have every confidence that it will. Anyway, that's enough from me for now. Again, my sincere apologies to you all. We weren't expecting it to end this way. Jessie Rose. So that was the email that I sent out to our students that had booked into term 1. Our class is filled probably before the end of 2021, and we had a waiting list and all sorts. And yeah, we've had to turn around and tell everybody that. But so of course we've spent a hard few days just knowing that we've done the right thing, but left with just such a heartache. And after reading the messages, emails that we've received from parents, it's been really overwhelming, and just also scarily, that in a nice way, but also just what an impact Inspire has actually had on so many children. And for that to be gone, it's heartbreaking. And it makes me wonder, what's going to happen to our youth, the mental health of our youth. They don't even have this place anymore for now, and it's just wrong. But anyway, I wanted to read out some of the replies that we've got, all anonymously, but just bear with me. People have taken the time and understanding to do this, and it's just amazing, and I really want to acknowledge that and thank every single parent who has done this, or grandparent or caregiver. So I'll just start and I'll read a few out and then I'll summarize. But Jessie and Angie, I've got no words, which is very unusual. I'm so sorry for your loss. I truly have this overwhelming sense of loss and grief at this news. I feel like my daughter and all of the other students are being denied their right to learn, and invaluable life skills are being ripped from them. Inspire for my girl was her therapy. It was her time alone away from her siblings and all the chaos, time for her to just get inside her head and radiate her thoughts and express her feelings through art. It was her happy place. Now what? I appreciate everything you've both done for her and myself over the years. We've been blessed to have you in our lives. We truly thank you for everything. You've been such an important role model for my daughter, and I'm so proud for her for seeing you as someone she aspires to when she's older. I'm running my business with the same morals, and it's been so rewarding in the sense that I've now got an influx of like-minded new clients who are so grateful that they can come to me for treatments without judgment. Thank you beyond words, and we'll see you both soon. Dear Jessie, we are so sad to hear this, and as you will be frustrated that someone could take so much away from the children. It seems that parents, excuse me, sorry, I'm just reading these, not doing a great job of it. It seems that parents are having fewer and fewer rights to say how their own children should be raised. As a parent, I was very happy with how you had communicated to us about the systems you'd put in place to minimize risk and lengths that you had gone to. To be vaccinated or not is our decision, and to enroll our children in your program, knowing that you accept everybody, should also be our choice. My girl loves her art and has been practicing with watercolor pencils during the holidays. Excuse me. She has many things she wanted to see and learn using these materials, but it was not always about the art. Sorry. You created a space for her to join like-minded students, to feel free to talk and to create without being criticized. Thank you. We would love to follow up with any art tutorials you have. Again, thank you, Jessie, for the time you've invested in my daughter. We very much appreciate it. Excuse me. So this is another one. Firstly, be super encouraged. I still recall reading your message on your shop window before we had decided to move to Carmo and thinking, awesome. We live in strange times, and the importance of having people prepared to stand in their truth, is incredibly empowering and important, even though it may not yet feel like it. Dear Jess, we're heartbroken for you. I know you will come up with something excellent, maybe better than what you had, so evil doesn't get the last word. Love and blessings. And another one, extremely gutted for you and all your students. It must be heartbreaking for you to have to make this decision, but we completely understand. We are with you in whatever way forward you decide to go. We haven't told our daughter yet, but once she is back at school and got herself settled, we will explain a bit more about it. Meanwhile, we look forward to hearing about the way forward once you're able to manage it. In terms of sharing your wealth of artistic knowledge and guidance for all your students, keep us posted and let us know if we can show any way, if we can help in any way to show our support. And another one, and there's countless emails and messages we've had. I'm so sorry to hear this. It will be a great loss for us and many others, but I applaud you for your bravery. As a business owner facing similar issues, I wholeheartedly feel your distress and understand the work that has been going on behind the scenes to attempt legal continuity of service without segregation. All the best, and please do keep us posted. I know from speaking with my child, you've been so accepting and supportive, and a supportive influence in his past year. And just another one, not just another one, but another one. Thank you for your heartfelt yet so incredibly sad email, Jessie. As I'm sure everyone will understand, I can only imagine how hard this is, considering the time and effort you put into providing such an awesome environment for everyone to express and flourish with their artistic passions. Although this isn't the news anyone was hoping for, I can only pray that you too look after yourself during this difficult time, as I'm sure it wasn't a decision you came to lightly. Just a couple more. There are no words that describe how much it sucks that has reached this point for you and us as a community and country. Best wishes from us all, and thank you for the amazing inspiration you have given my daughter. She loves you. Take care and love. I'm gutted for you guys and all the students who love coming to you, to be missing out on this amazing community you've created within Inspire. It's both disappointing and interesting to learn of the government's policies around classification of business and the impacts the government's ever-changing policies have had on businesses which were once thriving and now are restricted and struggling. Because before reading your email, I actually had no knowledge of exactly how businesses are impacted by COVID restrictions. I know how innovative and forward-thinking you are, and I know you'll find a way to overcome this. I fully support you guys 100%, always have, and I always will. I have your back. Hi Jessie and Angie, thank you for your passionate email. We support your difficult decision and appreciate you not discriminating against our unvaccinated children. It is continuing to be a challenging environment to do business in, and I hope you can ride this out and continue with an online platform until we come out the other side of COVID. Totally understand where you are coming from, guys. Absolutely admire your kindness and conviction. Please don't feel like you're letting anyone down. The world needs people like you. Too kind. Super gutted, of course, as I love your classes, and I want to thank you so much for all your help, and it has given me the confidence to start painting. I was always scared to try before, and I have learnt so much. Credit to you, not to mention the awesome convos and fun times. Last one. Firstly, we support you and realise how hard this decision would have been. What a position to be in. The individual who reported you is selfish on so many levels. We wish you all the best and would absolutely be interested in online tutorials. But thank you for your email and text. Might be another one. I fully respect your decision you have made, and I really wish you weren't put into a position to have to make it in the first place. And my daughter is super keen to join in the future. Anyway, so these are some of the messages that we've received, but there's been so many more. And I guess that's the thing I wanted to end it with is one, to just raise awareness about what is actually happening and, well, in my opinion, how wrong it is to one, segregate to begin with, but to two, to take away something even like a private art class that parents knowingly sign their children up for, not in my wildest dreams would I have thought it was going to come to this. We've done nothing but tried to do good and abide by the rules, but it's still come to this. And like I said earlier, we're just one of, I would hate to think, countless other businesses in New Zealand, across our beautiful land of New Zealand, where you used to be able, the land of freedom, you could do anything, it's not that now. It just blows my mind, Anyway, but what I was wanting to say was, in this, reading these emails has just been incredible, and, we didn't know what to expect. I just knew I couldn't turn away kids that I've had for years here. There's just no way. And when I heard that that's what it was a deal breaker for me, and I just knew straight away. I just knew that what path we had to choose. I just couldn't have done it any other way. And like I said in my email, hopefully children one day will understand that. Anyway, so yeah, amongst the dark though, this is something beautiful that has come from it, is the support, the community coming together. Businesses have shown their support for us. We've had messages from people offering to help and to do things. Even when we were refunding the money, Angie was getting messages from parents saying, don't pay us back, or we'll use it in your shop. But no, of course we really appreciate the thought, but no, of course we paid everybody back, and but of course if people want to support, then by all means, but we didn't want it to be like that. But yeah, businesses have come forward. Just to name one, the Journey collab in Whangarei city centre just absolutely blew me away by posting a photo of their sandwich board outside their store saying, "We stand with Jessie Rose," and just amazing, and I thank you guys for doing that and for your heartfelt messages. And that is what it's about and what it needs to be about. I guess people are going to come back to what's important in life, and that is our community. And in Mike's words from Journey, community is common unity, and that's an awesome way to say it. And I love that. And that's one good thing that is coming from it, is people are standing together and people are saying enough is enough. This is ridiculous. This is not right. This is wrong on so many levels. The way people think they can speak to one another. In what planet is that okay to treat people the way people are? I could not care less if someone is vaccinated or not, and it's never been about that. It's been about, the freedom to choose, the freedom that we are supposed to have, here in New Zealand, and the freedom that all our ancestors fought for, or, all of those things. And it's going out the window, and people are encouraging the segregation, and they're encouraging it. I just can't for the life of me understand or get my head around it. Yes, there's protocols and there's restrictions, sure, but to go to this length, I just find it, or to the lengths of conversations that I see online of people absolutely ripping people apart for their stance, and I just blows my mind. It's just so wrong. And now that it's, it's impacted, it's got in through our four walls, and it's impacted us now, and, it makes something rise up within me. I'm angry for the children, and I'm worried for the children. I don't know what they're going to do, and you might say, well, you just completely abandon them by doing what you're doing. But if I didn't do that and stay true to what I believe, what's that teaching the kids as well? You're put into a situation where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But I just know I couldn't. It was a decision that was not hard to make once I heard that these kids weren't welcome here, weren't allowed here, if we didn't follow the rules. Anyway, so look after each other and be kind to each other is one of the main things I can say, and stop the madness. I know I'm just one person saying this, but I hope people start to really think, wow, what is really going on, and why are people treating people like they are? Anyway, that's my 5 cents worth about that. I just want to thank you all for watching, and those that may watch later, you're 100% more than welcome to share the video if you deem it worthy. I don't know, I'm not sure what happened at the start, apologies for that. Maybe this will be one of many, I don't know, but be kind to one another. Thank you all for listening. Thank you again to all my parents, all my students, everybody that supported us along the way. It's just unbelievable, the support, and people sort of almost coming out of the woodwork to stand by us, and it's awesome, and I'm really, really grateful for that. And that's one thing that we can hold on to, is that as a community, common unity, we can stand together and maybe make a difference. And let's just hope this madness is over soon. All right, well, thank you all for watching. I've said heaps. I've said more than I probably should have. But I appreciate each and every single one of you, all the comments that have been posted online as well, because I did put it up a few days ago, and just everybody. So lots of love to you all, and take care, and I'll be back.